What was it like to travel by stagecoach during the Civil War? Have you ever wondered what it was like to travel by stagecoach during the American Civil War? Let's take a closer look at this unique experience. Stagecoaches were the main way for civilians to travel over land, especially when railroads were not available or disrupted by the war. This mode of transport was essential for moving people and mail across the country. Traveling by stagecoach was not a quick journey. These coaches typically moved at an average speed of about 5 miles per hour. On a good day, they could cover around 60 to 70 miles. However, many factors affected travel times, such as road conditions and the terrain. Fresh horses were needed every 15 to 30 miles, and this meant frequent stops at designated stage stops. These stops varied in size. Some were small cabins, while others were larger home stations that offered basic meals and lodging. However, accommodations were often quite minimal. Passengers might find dirt floors and simple beds, making rest less than comfortable. Inside the coach, the conditions were cramped. Most stagecoaches were Concord coaches, known for their sturdy wooden frames. Despite their strength, they provided little comfort. Passengers had to sit upright, and resting one's head on another person was considered improper. There were also social rules to follow. Drinking alcohol, smoking, or cursing in the presence of women was frowned upon. Food and water were not always guaranteed during the journey. Travelers often had to bring their own provisions. When meals were available at stage stops, they were usually quick and simple. Night travel added another layer of difficulty. Coaches often traveled by moonlight or relied on the driver's memory of the route, making the journey more dangerous. The Civil War itself disrupted many stagecoach routes, especially in Confederate states. Some lines were taken over for military use, and schedules were often changed. In Texas, for example, Confederate mail routes continued, but passengers had to bring their own food. Travelers also faced the threat of bandits or hostile groups. While robberies were rare due to the remoteness of some routes, the risk was always present. Overall, traveling by stagecoach during the Civil War was a necessary but challenging experience. It connected towns and helped with communication, but comfort and speed were sacrificed due to the realities of war and the conditions of the time. The journey reflected the broader experience of civilians who had to adapt to the hardships brought on by the conflict.